Let me try. So this is a very short video. I found a strategy how to make shorter videos. It's really easy. First of all, you have to make sure you feel ugly, like I'm feeling right now. Then you find an uncomfortable place to sit in an uncomfortable position, and that's how it is. So it's gonna be short because I want to tell you just two very small facts, I think. Yeah, about how to get information, because people, especially in America, are always complaining, or at least they did to me. And I hear them say, I mean, for like more than a decade now, always, oh, we can't get any information. We only have CNN and Fox and Sky. Do you have Sky? The British have Sky. Anyway, and that's the only sources of information, and there's no way we can get any real news. And this is wrong. I mean, it's true if you only have a television, and there is one thing called internet where you can get everything. So let me just tell you my two strategies on getting information. And believe me, I'm good in finding information because I've done all kinds of things, background checks, I've located people, I've traced people. I've had to because I've been asked. I mean, it's not because, sometimes I do it for fun. So let me just tell you these two things. So first of all was in the year 2004, when in Denmark a cartoonist got killed because he made cartoons with Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad. So he got killed. I think his name was Van Gogh, like the painter. I'm not really sure, but I think so. So anyway, he got killed, and there was a big fuss about the cartoons, and then everyone could see them. And then suddenly we were discussing this in class with my American teacher, and he said that actually if you Google those cartoons, you can't find them. And I said, no, this is wrong. Of course, I found them yesterday, like spending 3 minutes on the internet. Like, what are you talking about? And it was 2004. I mean, the information pool wasn't as big as it is now. So, and then he said, no, it's not on the Google index. You just go into Google and you search for it and it's not there. And so this is when I found out that actually we're using different Googles. And I mean, in Austria, both of us. So he was on the American Google. I don't know how he got there. And I got on the, I think Russian or Bulgarian one. And that's how I found it. So every time I'm looking for something and I Google, I automatically, like, if I'm in Austria and I type Google, it's google.AT, like Alpha Tango for Austria. And very often I don't find any information, or like I don't find what I'm looking for, because the indexes of Google are different for the different countries, depending on what's allowed in those countries. I don't know, they have some sort of contracts, agreements, I don't know. So when I'm looking for something, I type another Google ending, like Google dot, and not really com or AT or DE. You know, in Germany you get google.de, and that's, it's terrible. God. Sorry. It's really, I'm just thinking about all those days that I've been in google.de and I had to switch it to something. Even google.at gave me way more information than google.de. So please, one of those things, google.RU, Romeo Uniform, like the first two letters of Russia. The google.RU is, for me, like a huge source of information. It's not in Russian. You can choose Russian, but it's the search bar that you need. The search bar doesn't have a language. You just type whatever you're looking for, google.RU, or try another of those, like maybe the Serbian Google, I don't know, just, or google.HR for Croatia, I don't know, just try them, because they have different search results, and I mean, way richer. And I actually do believe that maybe you, especially in the US, that you get totally different results. I mean, really even poorer than the Austrian ones and the German ones. So please make sure if you can't find something on Google, like, because people always complain about not having the sources. You got all the sources. You just don't type it properly, I think. Another thing would be the media that you watch. I mean, watching TV, are you dumb? I watch TV and I'm like, this is like some sort of a little, like, 1/10 of all the information I get from TV. And I never watch Austrian TV. I mean, I don't even watch any German TV anymore, like, barely at all. So please make sure, don't trust the TV. I mean, you can watch the news and everything, but please double check. If you see some information that you think it's interesting, just double check. Just type into one of the Googles that I just told you, and you can try the Australian Google. I don't know, but like, it's weird. Just put the same search thing into the Google dot whatever comes automatically in your country, and then change it to the Russian Google or one of those, and just look at the results. It's different. And there is like lots of open stuff you can find on the internet, as long as you know the domain, the IP, stuff like that. But it's very easy. Like this one thing, Google, and then please don't trust the TV. I don't know who watches cable or something. I don't do that, so I don't know. I don't watch TV. I'm not really interested. And then the other thing is, don't get stuck with the media in your country. So what I do is that I sometimes look at the Austrian newspapers, but I'm pretty informed about what's going on in Austria, regarding who owns those newspaper corporations, and it's like a monopoly here. So I'm not really impressed. I mean, I do it as an entertainment. I entertain myself by reading Austrian newspapers, or I go online on the comment section and look what the people have commented, because this is actually way more valuable information than what the newspaper article says. It's really interesting. Like, I would recommend you read some comment sections, and let's hope they're not cut off, because many people get cut off. So yeah, it's where we live. And then the other thing, of course, like I said, don't get stuck to your country. Like, I can check the Austrian media, the German, the Swiss, the Luxembourg media. I mean, if the German is the only language I speak. And then my other advice to you, I know it's a bit maybe condescending, I don't know, but I speak 8 languages. And I can read in all those 8 languages. And like 2 weeks ago, I think right before the elections in Holland, I was reading an Italian blog in Italian, and it was such a smear thing against Geert Wilders, who was the candidate from the Freedom Party of Netherlands. And it was so horrible. It was in Italian, so I just read it as an entertainment again. But like I said, I click on all possible languages, all the languages that I can read in. I really read everything, and then I get myself a picture. Another thing that I would suggest, please, I mean, seriously, learn another language. It's very, very important that you just look at information sources, the same thing in different languages. Like Wikipedia, you go on en.wikipedia.org, which is in English, and I don't know, pick up something like an elephant. What is an elephant? And then if you switch to another language, you'll see that it's totally different information. So it's gonna explain what an elephant is, but you're gonna see other kind of details. And make sure, if you speak 2 or 3 languages, then you will be good. And if you don't, then I have to say I'm sorry, but I don't know how you can be stuck only with English. Or, I mean, I don't know how this works. So please make sure to try at least, or use a translating software, which is pretty bad. I mean, they are so bad. Those automatic translation things that translate the page, it's ridiculous. But so this is what I would suggest. Like, try not to be stuck to the media of your country, including the Google of your country. Don't just click the first page of results of Google. What is the automatic thing? Just try it in, like type google.ES, Echo Sierra for Google Spain. You can just see really interesting other results. Google.PT, Papa Tango for Portugal. They also like have very low censorship, especially if you look for something which is not Portuguese, because they actually censor what is in their language. So if I'm looking for German stuff on google.de, but if I'm looking for something in another language, maybe I'm gonna get it. So make sure that you get creative in your searches, and make sure that you at least try to use another language and not only English. And I'm sorry, but in America, they try to keep you as uninformed as possible. And now I can see that this is setting foot into Europe, and I don't like it, because we were way freer. But like I said, my example from 2004 still stands. Google is different in every country. So it's Monday evening, and I'm going to go to sleep. And I hope this was short enough. And I'm gonna list those tips in the comments. So good night.